Hey guys, it's Tris from the Brickside, and in this episode, we are talking about storage. Now, when I decided to invest in Lego, I wanted to do this on a large scale. Here in the UK, we are limited to the amount of space that we have. We are fortunate enough to have a garage which is through here. However, within the garage, we have our white goods. So we have our tumble dryer and a washing machine. And with those items comes moisture. So that was out of the window. You want to keep your Lego far away from moisture as possible. So, again, in the UK, our houses are quite modest. We don't have the size of houses that you would get in, say, America for the same sort of money. We don't have basements. We just have a first floor, a second floor, and an attic space. So the attic was the only option for me. My attic at the moment is probably about 95% Lego, and I wasn't getting the maximum I could have been out of the loft in the first place. And DIY, it's not really my thing, but then I didn't want to have to pay a tradesman to come in to create something for me that I could potentially create myself. So we'll go up into the loft. I'll show you what I've created and exactly how I am maximizing that space. So let's go up, let's go past the first floor, let's go up into the loft and let me show you what I've done. So here we go, guys. We are now in my Lego storage room. As I said, it's probably 95 or 95% Lego up here. There's a few bits and bobs left. There's over here, for example, there's a couple of hat boxes for weddings that belong to my wife, not myself. Probably get worn once, and then up into the loft they come. A tennis racket over here, but here we have the bulk of the Lego. Now this middle section here, when we bought this property, the boards here, they were very loose. So what I've done is I've screwed them down. As you can see, there are screws about the place, so these are all nicely now fixed in place, so I know I can walk along these without these moving. They are nice and secure. So if I take you back, got to be careful, there is a big hole here, always mindful of that. And there are a couple of hazards, like the top of the ladder as well. There should be a cap on top of that, but if you clip your elbow on that, yeah, you're going to injure yourself, which I have done previously. So this middle area here, this is what I was using previously, just the middle section where you see the boxes on the left and the right. I'll take you through the boxes that I have shortly, but you can see now the whole of the left side and the right side. I have maximized the storage space by using the rafters. These sections here, these are called the webs apparently. As I say, I'm not really into DIY, I had to look this up, but these are called the webs, where you've got the pieces that come down here from the top to the bottom, and then at the back you have, you can't really see it here, but there are other pieces that come down and then join and then go up. So I started off, I did this in two sort of sections. So I started off, I did this side first, and what I did, I went to B&Q here and I bought these CLS battens, and I cut these down to, I decided the best length for them, for the shelf to sit on, would be to make these 30 inches long, because you don't want them too low, whereby you haven't got as much surface area, but then again you don't want them too high, so you're losing area sort of above. So I decided the best surface area would be to have these here, these ply boards that go from the front to the back. They are 30 inches in width. So yep, I cut these down. Initially I was doing this just by holding these pieces up with a spirit level, trying to hold these in place. was an absolute nightmare. And then putting the spirit level across from making sure they were level this way and also this way to the next one. So it did take a considerable amount of time. And then for the second side, my dad lent me these these grips, which are absolute godsend for the second side, which meant I was able to do the second side in about a day and a half, where it probably took me about 2 to 2.5 days to do this side, which yeah, took a lot longer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, was 11 actually, rafters on the left hand side. But I didn't go right to the end, there's a pipe there, so I cut out that section. So I've used the CLS battens to make a triangular sort of well, to optimize to make a triangular shape. We know triangles are very strong. And then used these bolts. Now there were a couple of different types of bolts, some that didn't have the thread all the way to the end. This one here was a really good one. You can see the thread goes all the way through. I think it might not have started with thread, but you've got thread coming out the other side, where other bolts the thread ended sort of about here maybe. So you ended up, you'll see on some of them I've had to pack these with more nuts, where this one I've only had to use one. I was worried I might have over-engineered this, because these are, you know, decent chunky bits of wood, but I think it's better to over-engineer than under-engineer, certainly. And then the ply board that I've got here, I measured this all out and had this cut to shape. So again, I was a lot more accurate, I was a lot better creating these on the second side, where I sort of knew what I was doing. And you can see on this one where I drilled screws down into the CLS battens to create these shelves. So that is the structure of my storage room. So yeah, really maximising what I'm able to store up here. As I say before, I just had this center space here. So let me take you through exactly what is up here. So at the back we have a load of boxes. My initial plan was to sell on eBay, so any boxes that have come through from Amazon or the likes of Very, etc., I was keeping all of the boxes because I was planning on shipping sets myself before I had the idea to sell on Amazon later on. Now I have purchased a number of these boxes. Now these do come in various sizes. This is one of the smaller ones, and it does say how many litres there are. So these are 42 litre boxes, and I picked up all of these from B&M here in the UK. I find the best boxes are these ones here. These are the 64 litre capacity boxes, and you can see in here I've got a number of the Lamborghini Countach Speed Champions, and you can fit 22 Speed Champion boxes in these. So you've got 11, you can have, obviously this was full, and then you get one on the end as well, and then you can double layer it. So yeah, you end up with 22 in there. Now these boxes, these are normally about £18 from B&M. However, you can purchase them 2 for £30. They're often on that sale, which is really decent. You're saving a few quid. I've not really shopped around to see if I can find these a lot cheaper, but it is convenient to go to B&M. They have a lot of them. I did initially invest in some sort of cheaper boxes, but I've always gone back to these boxes. Let me get the name for you. So these are the really useful box. It's called the really useful box, and they are quite distinctive with these stickers on them. And the reason why I like these is because they are very stackable. You can see this one on top of here. They really take the weight of the box on top, and it spreads it across this section, which is really chunky. So if I've got a number of these stacked, if I've got 5 stacked, I'm not worried about the what's in the boxes below. I know it's very nice and sturdy. So yeah, I've got a number of these, and a number of these here on this right side are empty, and well, this one, I'm going to get some more in there, but some of these here are empty and ready for Black Friday and beyond, so I can pick up some more really good deals and optimize the space I have here. So you can see, yeah, these smaller boxes are great for things like brickheads. They stack really nicely. So let's go into this box and show you what I've got in this one. So I picked up a few of these little Mario sets, Dixie Kong's Jungle Jam. These are currently on sale on the Lego website. I think they retail for about 20 quid, but they were £14 something on the Lego website because I think they retired at the end of July. So I just picked up the 5 of those. They may do okay. I don't suspect anything crazy out of them. But you can see a number of Lord of the Rings brickheads here that I've picked up. You have Legolas and Gimli. Watch out for future videos of what I'm ordering. There may be a few more of them on the way. And a decent gift with purchase, the micro rocket launch pad. They sold really well initially on the first wave when they first came out. There's some more brickheads back there as well. I think these might actually be retiring this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Mickey Celebration one may well be retiring now. I think I only picked up 2 of those. So yeah, and in these storage boxes, so if I take you over to this side, this is my sort of workstation here. So I've got some scissors, some tape if I'm taping up boxes, quite a lot of tape, some pens so I can mark boxes. You definitely want to label things like this, for example, so you can know what's in the box with a quick glance at it, rather than scrabbling through. If it's from Lego and it comes with a barcode, sometimes it's often hard to pick up what is actually the set. They don't all come with them. And then here we have the silica gel sachets. I picked up, I can't remember how many, it was 100 or 1,000. It was a load of them. You're better off when you're buying these to buy them in bulk. You get much better value for money. I think these are the 1 gram ones. These just came from eBay. These do come in different sizes, so they come in sort of 1 gram, 2 gram, 5 gram, and maybe 10 gram. And there's probably more sizes, but the bigger they are, the more expensive they are. And I figure you're just better off buying a load of the smaller ones and then just scattering them around. So you'll see in these boxes, I will just scatter these sachets around. So if there is any moisture that's getting in to the loft, then and into the boxes, then hopefully it's been absorbed by those sachets. Now our property is detached, so you can see on the far end here we do have an air brick, so there is movement of air, and there is another one as well the other side, which is really good. So when it's really hot, there is movement of air throughout the loft. Obviously you wouldn't get that in a semi-detached property. However, in our old property, which was a semi-detached house, we had another property next to us attached. I kept Lego in the loft for a number of years, my old sets, which I've taken out and put back together to check it's all there and sold. And yeah, there's been no problem with the sort of boxes. I've not noticed any moisture on them, so yeah, we are quite fortunate here. We have had some really heavy rain lately, and yeah, luckily the roof is holding out, as you would expect. It should be made well. So now I'll just take you through the sort of order of what I've got here. So in this corner we have all the boxes, the empty boxes of the Lego sets that are mine, in my own personal collection that I've put together. There are boxes here of the collectible minifigure series. There's a load of them. This one here, the Monkey Kid set, that is actually new. I've not actually made that. We have a few of my Speed Champions here. So yeah, we can see a few bits here. These here, a lot of this stuff, these are Star Wars sets. I picked up a number of the Thai bombers from Black Friday last year, 2023, because they were down to £23. I've since sold one of them for 40. And we do have the Shin Haiti set, the double set with the two spaceships. There's a number of them in there. They were down to £53 on Very. You can see we've got some pink parrots here. Over here we have the T-Rex breakout sets in these boxes here, which are taped up. There are 4 in this one here. I may choose to move them to better protect them, to put them in some of these plastic boxes, because they are doing particularly well. We have 6 of the McLaren F1 Speed Champion sets, the double pack that's set to retire at the end of this year. You can see back on a previous video what I paid for those. Miles Morales, these I've spoken about in a previous video. There's 12 in there. Since creating that video, I've now seen a trailer for Morbius 2, and I'm a bit more excited about these now than I was before, but that might be saved for another video. We have the Disney 100 celebration brickhead sets. There are 3 in there. Obi-Wan Kenobi versus, I think that was versus Darth Vader. These are lovely boxes you get from Lego when you order enough that fill the boxes. I think there's probably 3 in there. The Lunar Lander. See, it's very important to mark up your boxes. 3 holiday dioramas, I think it is. Some brickheads as well. Police station that retired last year, the modular building. There are 3 of them up here. Moving across, there's another police station, and this over here, this is my brickhead section. So we've got a number of them here: Frodo and Gollum, Wally and Eve, although I don't think they're retiring anymore. Yeah, lots of brickheads here, and I think these are empty boxes here, and there might be some more Miles Morales sets behind there. You can see there's some other little bits here, some scale extra and things like that. But yeah, and then over to this side, well, this is where I keep my Star Wars helmets. Again, I've got some Darth Vader helmets over here, which we know aren't retiring now, but we've got some Cody helmets. This box here is actually open. We have the Zetros trial truck, the Mercedes truck. And I managed to pick up 4 of those from John Lewis last year when they were reduced to £140. I think they did go to 130 on Amazon, so I could have got a slightly better deal. But people are now asking about them now that they have retired. I wasn't actually sure what was going on with them, because I think there was a lot of stock of them after they retired for quite a long time, but they are now retired, and people, yeah, seem to be asking about them more. We've got a couple of large boxes here, which I've dismantled. I did have all my boxes, they were all made up, and since I have had to fold them down to allow some more space. Then we've got some brickheads in here, the Phantom Menace pack there. I've got, I think it's probably about 9 of those. I got them around the May the 4th promotions. Some of the John Deere tractors that I've got, and here the Horizon Forbidden Toolneck set that is made up here. I'm quite limited to where I can put that downstairs, so it's just up here for now. What have we got here? Some Executor Superstar Destroyers. There's 3 in there. I think there's still 10 here. I did have a lot more. So they did not retire, or they are now no longer scheduled to retire at the end of the year. So yeah, I'm just trying to sell them at the price that I bought them for originally, and then reinvest that in something else. This section here, this was full of sets that I had made, and those sets are now downstairs. They are on display nicely in our conservatory now on some shelves. So that's decent. So I've now been able to free this space up for some more boxes. So we've got some sets here that I picked up from Sainsbury's on a really good offer. Some of the Ninjago sets, the Jurassic World 4+ sets. We've got a Sanctum Sanctorum here in this box. The 3-in-1 pirate ship. I picked that up from Very. It's not retiring, but picked it up for a really good deal. That was down to £70 from Very. Although I think the week after they went down to £65. So you could have got that even cheaper, and that's a £115 set. And then here you can see my friend's apartment set here. And moving across, there's another Sanctorum. I need to find a box for that, so that's better protected. I need to do that before the winter, really. There's another one here, another Sanctum. And a few bits here that aren't retiring, but I picked up from stores when they were on a really good price, such as the X-Men, X-Jet, when that went down to £50. I think they're sort of around that price now. You can probably find them at that price. The McLaren Technic Formula 1 car there, that was £113, but again we've seen them cheaper now. The John Deere Forge Harvester, I think these retail about £30-35, and these were £22.50 in Tesco, so I couldn't say no at that price. So I picked up a few of them. And yeah, there are various other sets here that I picked up, as I say, at a really good price. Some things that I'm selling on Facebook. And then what have we got here? Some more Morbius sets. Create a Mustang that retired last year. And this corner here, this is my Speed Champions corner. There are a lot of Speed Champions in here. So here we are, I've just got this one down. You can see I've got a number of the Aston Martin DB5s that retired last year. So there's a bit of a glare there, the light's just above us. But doing a lot better is Dom's Dodge Charger. I've got 1, 2, 3 of the Dodge Chargers in here. And then I've got a few Skylines up here. Yeah, quite a few Skylines up here that we thought were going to retire this year, which we know pretty much are not going to retire now. So that is my Speed Champions corner. I'll probably do a video on what I've invested in exactly in the Speed Champions on another video. There are a number of them. And then we've got the centre aisle here. As you can see, these are pretty chocker. I did start sort of numbering these, and then on my spreadsheet I was referencing what was in each box. That sort of fell apart a little bit, but you can see here we've got an Inquisitor Transport Scythe that retired last year, doing pretty well in retirement already. I picked up 2 of those. And here we've got the trash compactor diorama, a number of these, the 501st Clone Trooper battle packs. Yep, they're not retiring anymore. What else have we got here then? And these do go back, actually. If I pull these out, you can see there is another layer of sets behind. So we've got these 501st. This one is full of 501st battle packs, so they're pushed right to the back now because they're not retiring. In here we have the battle tanks that retired last year. I only picked up 4 of them because I didn't find them on, I don't think they were on sale at all. I missed out on the sale at Tesco when they were £25 here. I've got some more. I think those are the police stations here as well, possibly. I think that's 2 more in there. So yeah, and some stuff again. I've got some things here that aren't retiring, but I picked them up for a really good price. So here we can see I have 2 of the Galaxy Explorers, a set that I really like. I've got one of them in my own personal collection. Yeah, they retired last year. I've got a number of these brickhead sets, the Battle of Endor Hero brickheads. They're not doing as well as first thought. They are doing something into retirement. We've got, again, this one here isn't retiring. I thought that was to start with. I picked up only a couple of them. But yeah, the Nether Bastion Minecraft set. Again, we know Obi-Wan Starfighter, that's not retiring this year. But I picked up, I think I've got about 4 of them left. I managed to sell a few. What have we got in here? Now we have this book here. I picked this up just from Sainsbury's. I think it was £4, an Ninjago book. Bit of a gamble these, but I picked them up for a really good price. Got a few Minecraft sets. I like to delve into it a little bit. The Bee Cottage, I think it's quite a cool set. I think I picked them up for around 11-12 quid. So they were a really good deal. They might do something. They might do not a lot into retirement, but I think they're quite cool. And these, this one here, Sonic set, I tend to invest in the Brickheads, but we have the Tails Workshop and Tornado plane. I've just got the one of them. One for my own personal collection, actually, and one here because I think it's a £35 set. And these were down to £22.50, I think I picked them up for. You can see in the corner down here some of the little sachets that I spread around. So, yeah, and then bit of a gamble maybe on these ones. Yoshi's Excellent Forest. I think they retail for £9. I've picked up a number of them for around £6. Got quite a few of them knocking about. Jurassic Park set, Dilophosaurus set. So yeah, a couple of these Star Wars magazines. If they've come with a half decent minifigure. See the Mandalorian pilot here that came with this episode. So you've got here the Mandalorian Fang fighter versus TIE Interceptor that's retiring this year. Can't really see it, but one of the figures that was exclusive to this then came out in this magazine, and then since then I've seen it in one of these sort of style books as well, so he is definitely not exclusive anymore. What have I got? I think that was my own. I kept that one. These are stuck together. But we have yeah, I've got a couple of them. A Coruscant Guard one, an Emperor Palpatine, so just something to keep just in case the figures go up in value in years to come, really. Probably won't purchase that many more of the magazines unless you get a really good minifigure. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea as to what's up here. I'm not going to go into detail of it exactly, sort of every set I've got, but it gives you an idea of how I am utilising the space I have. I'm happy with what I've done up here. I've created, as you can see, a lot more storage for my Lego without the need to go to a storage unit at the moment. My plan will be to pick up more sets around hopefully the October Prime days and Black Friday and beyond, to fill up, or really fill up what I've got here before I need to go to a storage unit. But my plan is to sell around this time next year to ship a lot of sets off, so in time for Black Friday next year. So I hope you liked the video, guys. What are your storage solutions? Where do you keep all of your Lego? Do you keep yours in the loft? Do you keep it in the basement? Do you have a spare room dedicated to it? And what sort of scale are you doing it on? Yeah, please let me know in the comment, guys, what you guys are doing. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you on the next one. And please remember, guys, if you've enjoyed the content, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much.